This is the crypto day morning. It is August the 30th, 2018. My name is Derek. Welcome. All trades, bets, and of the like within your own risk reward. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on multiple time frames, monthly chart. I'm sure you've heard of a bear market rally. Well, to me, the opposite is a bull market sell-off, which is what this has had. We're at about five, six, seven periods even within this correctionary mode. This is the third month where it's been around the 18 lows, like many of the previous periods. Low volatility, a lot of these ones with just small dots as we take a look at it. But let's move on to multiple time frames. Next one is the weekly chart, and I'm not going to really go over this because the 3-day will do its exact justice looking at it a lot better. And within the 3-day, it's been a case of lower highs matching lows, as I've been mentioning for quite some time. So it's still, market with the down move hasn't really changed at all, really. It's still in the 18 average band. It's either got to leave the band to the upside or the downside. If it leaves it to the downside, well, that's a very extreme bearish pattern, as it would. You'd see price action around the 61 area, 62 low, and anything below such, then you'd be high probability, extreme high probability actually on the $3,000 level. If it can get above outside the 18 average of highs, it first is going to need to make a move up to the previous high around 8,400. And then once it breaks one of these lower highs, then you're talking about very large bullish setups and reversal situations. It really can only make one more lower high in my book, because lows and highs are known after the fact, and markets going above and below the 18 is an indicator of it's a high or not. If this happens to be a high, I wouldn't count it. It's got to get at least to around 77-ish or so, and because that's, I mean, that's it. I mean, it can't make another one within this pattern. So this is why this makes it a very crucial situation, I think, as far as how the markets are going to go. We got a situation here as the daily time frame. The market has started its reversal situations. Now after this gain, it has come back to the 18 average of highs. And we'll see how this correctionary move works as far as those levels are concerned. 68.16 is the high, 65.37. That is the low, so weakness around the 6,500 area. That's definitely areas for concern. When we take a look at this on the 400-minute time frame, this is like basically around a third of a day. There's only 14 minutes and 54 seconds left, so this is pretty much the end of the period. It's a decent-sized red candle down, noticeably below the 18 average of lows. It could pierce below it, and that's we'll see in time, and time is basically today. Is it going to hold and stay below 6,900 throughout the day, 69 change? If so, then obviously, well, it'll still be correcting at the lower end of this since it pierced below, but we'll see how this support test comes into place. As far as some moving averages, not moving averages, trend lines. This is the one that I drew in. So therefore, I mean, holding and staying above previous resistance is going to be key, but this is the upper end of it. I mean, even around here, we can see this is a resistance area. So again, that matches up 6,500. That is going to be just a very, very extreme level. Taking a look at this, say on the 3-hour time frame, market has had its correctionary mode and just staying within the 18. It has now been consecutive red candles down. Of course, we can see that we're at a this level of resistance is, well, short term, we got one here around 67.55. So I'm going to be interested to see even 67.30, so that range there. That might be where, if we have further decline, where we might be heading down towards next. But it has obviously just started going below the 18 decently, of course. 1-hour time frame. This is a situation where we had the sell-off yesterday. It comes up to the 18 average of highs, obviously resisting that area. Then we can see it supporting the lows, showing weakness at the 18 of lows at around 2, 3 in the morning, and then it has broken down very sharply ever since. 15-minute time frame. I sold a little bit of Bitcoin just before the fall, not much, but a little bit. And when did I see it? It was 11:12 a.m. So roughly just down in here. And since then, of course, you can see in here it had its failed breakout because it got up above here and was unable to hold after making its move above the 18, showing weakness. You can see in here how it's resisting it after this after this big sell-off candle here, showing weakness at the 18. And ever since, of course, it's been down, down, down. So this is the Bitcoin analyses. I've been showing Nano recently, so I'm going to continue doing such, as it's had a lot of this heavy volume. You can see the high volume at this high. But overall, now we're in a situation within this market. What a move to go from 94 handle up to the 380 handle, or basically about a 4x move. Now the price action has come to the 18 average of highs, and you still got this previous level of resistance around 20 handle, 0.2, and it's at 0.246 now. So that's going to be one of the areas, but I think the must-hold area would be somewhere for around this inverted head and shoulders, and really not even that, but I think 15 around, just quickly looking at this, is your must-hold area. But we'll see early on how this correctionary move works. We take a look at this, say, on a 3-hour time frame. During this run up, it's been sell, 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 sell. And even short term, I'm picking away at little plays here, where I was able to buy in here, sell in here, buy back in here, and now buying in here. So I'll be looking to buy somewhere in here, and if it can come up here, I'll be looking to sell. And technically speaking, it's not even there. In fact, I'll be looking to sell around probably right around here, short term. And I'm just going to keep on picking away at the moves as they come in. I get a lot of trades on this one, so it's been a very impressive one. But it's just basically the basis or basics of my strategy. Taking a look at another different altcoin. And I can only, I don't know why I can't show more of this, but this is Extra Bytes XBY, available on Cryptopia. And it was frustrating on the earlier parts of this here, because I was getting absolutely no trades. But for me, within this particular coin, when the price action got up to about 450 right here, it was sell, 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 sell. Every time it moves 1%, I sell. So 450, 454, 455, maybe 1.2-ish%. Every 4 or 5 basis points, sell. And then the little down move, the V-shaped formation. So the buying started roughly around here. 15% differential is what I'm looking for. So if I end up, say, selling at 500, I'm looking to buy back at about 430, and then so on and so forth. From that point on, every 4 or 5 basis points, buy back. Okay, sweet. So you buy all the way down to this low, and then starting right around here, it's been nothing but sell up to this high. And I've done nothing since I've sold at that level, because I got buys waiting somewhere down here, and I got to sell next just barely above that previous high. And to me, short term, I don't care what the market does. It's just going to do what it does, and I'm just going to trade as it moves. Long term, I am very confident that this is going to do very well. So as it moves 1%, I am selling. That's let me just do my math in my head. 0.2-ish% of what I own, 0.3. So I'm holding a lot of it, enough of it back, so that when it gets to large insane numbers, I can dish out larger amounts worth a lot, worth a good amount. But just getting trades along the side, and when you do the buyback, for every 100 that you sell, I can buy back now over 110. Now, as far as this on the more longer term, I talked about this before, stating that as I was bearish at the earlier starts in here on this chart, stating that I was waiting for a pierce below 600, the market to go below 600 to start buying. So that meant that I did start buying as it was hitting this low. I sold up here, buyback, little bits of selling in here and buying back again, not much, but just low amounts. And then as the market would go in, this is the buying opportunity, sold here, bought on the way down, sold up here, bought on the way down. I'm starting to sell again. We'll see how it works from this point on. I realize that if this thing has another decent leg lower, this could very easily go down to the 2 to 250 range. And I'd be a very aggressive buyer. I've already planned that already to be the case if that's where the market goes. So for a while I've been like, man, if Bitcoin goes to 3,000, this thing would probably follow to who knows how much lower, if such, but 200, 250 anyway. And now I'm going to be buying after I'm covering quote-unquote short positions. How many of these am I going to own? And I still think that, because if that doesn't happen, if Bitcoin doesn't, it holds where it's at, most likely a lot of these altcoins will as well, and they'll follow through amongst the up moves. And I won't have as many as I could have if based on the situation, because the tremendous value in being able to well, basically buy it against the dollar. It would go down more against such. But anyway, I'm going to conclude the video, and this, outside of Litecoin and Bitcoin, would be my largest holding. So my third largest cryptocurrency holding against those other two. And I'm confident that it's going to have very decent sized moves. You can't see the high on here, but it was about in the 4,000s, I think. And in Bitcoin, it was about 90 plus cents US as far as its currency high. I wouldn't be surprised if this could make $3, $4, $5. So that's why I am very aggressively holding it and playing it through. So thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.